All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about one of the most famous and maybe one of the most intimidating books in the world, the Bible. But here's the twist. We're going to tackle it using tools that they didn't even exist a few years ago. We're talking about how to study the Bible in the digital age.
Look, if you've ever picked up a Bible and just felt lost, you are definitely not alone. It's totally understandable. Because think about it. This isn't just one book. It's a whole library. We're talking 66 different books written by about 40 different authors over a span of 1,600 years and on 3 different continents. I mean, wow. So yeah, the big question is, where do you even begin with something that massive? Well, the good news is the answer is probably a lot closer than you think.
In fact, the answer is right in your pocket or on your desktop, the device you're watching this on right now. Technology has completely changed the game. It's created this amazing digital scriptorium, and it takes what used to be a really daunting task and turns it into this incredible journey of discovery that's open to anyone.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll check out the basic gateways, just how to get started reading. Then we'll open up the Digital Scholars Toolkit to see how you can go way deeper. After that, we'll look at ways you can watch and listen, because not everyone learns by reading. And we'll cover how you can join the huge conversation happening online. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with a super simple plan to get you started.
Okay, let's jump into Section 1, Gateways to the Text. It's pretty simple, right? Before you can study it, you got to be able to read it. So let's look at the places online that put this entire ancient library literally at your fingertips. Okay, so think of these websites as your own personal digital reading room. You've got places like Bible Gateway, Biblia, Blue Letter Bible. These aren't just websites with words on them. No way. They are powerful portals. You can switch between dozens of translations, find reading plans, use built-in study aids. Seriously, this is your absolute best first stop. And here's where it gets really cool. One of the best things about these sites is that you can compare translations instantly. So you take a verse like Genesis 1:1. In the ESV, it's very traditional. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But then with one click, you can see the Message translation. First this, God created the heavens and earth. See the difference? One is formal, the other is super direct and conversational. This isn't just a gimmick. Seeing them side by side like this can totally unlock new layers of meaning and help you see the nuances in the original language.
All right, so you've got access to the text. You're comfortable reading it. Now it's time to go deeper. Let's get into the Digital Scholars Toolkit. Think of these next resources as your own personal research assistant, ready to help you unpack all the history, the language, and the context behind the words.
First up is a tool called a concordance. Now, what is that? It's basically a super-powered search engine just for the Bible. Let's say you're curious about the word love or light. You can use a concordance to find every single time that word appears, from Genesis to Revelation, and see exactly how it's used. It's an amazing way to trace a single idea all the way through that library of 66 books.
And you know, the best part is, this used to be a gigantic, heavy book you'd have to lug around. Now, it's just a feature you click on. On sites like BibleStudyTools.com or BibleSprout, you can run a search in like 2 seconds. It's instant, it's powerful, and it's just so much easier.
Okay, next tool in the kit, the commentary. This is a game changer. A commentary is basically like having a brilliant scholar sitting right next to you, whispering in your ear, explaining the historical background, the cultural stuff you might miss, and different ways people have understood a passage throughout history. You can get insights from famous thinkers like Matthew Henry or check out the notes from the historic Geneva Study Bible, all for free.
And this is where things get just wow. We're not just talking about reading a modern book anymore. With these tools, you can actually go back and look at the ancient manuscripts themselves. You can literally pull up images of the Codex Sinaiticus, one of the oldest complete copies of the New Testament, handwritten over 1,600 years ago. It's like a time machine for words. It's incredible.
And then you can zap right back to the present. With a tool like Step Bible, you can bridge that 1,600-year gap in a split second. You can see the original Greek or Hebrew right next to the English. You can just hover your mouse over a word and boom, there's the definition. This is stuff that not too long ago was only available to academics with years of training. Now, it's available to you.
But hey, let's be real. Studying isn't always just about reading text, is it? We learn in different ways. So let's move on, because the next set of tools is all about engaging our senses, watching and listening to bring these stories to life. And you cannot talk about this without talking about Bible Project. They're amazing. Their whole mission is right there. We make free resources to help people understand the Bible.
And the way they do it? Through these incredible animated videos. They take super complex themes and ideas and just make them understandable and beautiful and really engaging for pretty much everyone.
And the really great thing is, there's something for every type of learner. So, are you a visual person? You've got to check out their animated book overviews. More of an audio person? Well, there are tons of deep dive podcasts from places like Desiring God or the C.S. Lewis Institute. You can even find self-paced online classes. It's all about finding the resources that are tailored to how you actually learn best.
You know, maybe the biggest change of all in this digital age is that studying the Bible doesn't have to be something you do all by yourself. There is a huge worldwide conversation going on about these texts 24/7, and thanks to technology, you have a front row seat.
Just look at this number, over 808,000. That is the number of questions that have been answered by just one website, gotquestions.org. That's created this massive, searchable library that's literally built on the questions real people have. It's all about curiosity.
And there are so many places to have these conversations. Got a specific question? Head to a Q&A site like gotquestions.org or Christian Answers. Want to read what modern theologians are thinking? Check out blogs like the Gospel Coalition. Are you interested in defending the faith? There are apologetics resources like Reasonable Faith. It's all out there, waiting for you to jump in.
Okay, wow. We have just covered a ton of ground, a huge landscape of digital tools and resources, and I get it, that can still feel like a lot. So let's boil it all down. Let's create a simple, practical path you can use to get started, like today. Here it is, a super simple 3-step plan. Step 1. Just pick a starting point. Don't try to boil the ocean. Use a reading plan on a site like Bible Gateway to just choose one book to start with. Step 2. Watch the overview. Before you read a single word, go to Bible Project and watch their animated video on that book. It'll give you the big picture, the roadmap for your journey. And Step 3. Explore your questions. As you start reading and questions pop into your head, which they will, use a site like Bible Study Tools or Bible Sprout to dig in and find answers. That's it. Pick a book, watch the overview, explore your questions. It's simple, it's powerful, and you can do it over and over again.
So that's where we'll leave it. You know, there's never been a time in history where this much information, this many amazing tools, and this huge global conversation have been available to so many people so easily. That ancient library we talked about, the doors are wide open. They're unlocked. So with all of this right at your fingertips, the only question left is, what will you discover?